broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
It's not every day that we get to have Kevin Owens music lead in SmackDown, but that is exactly what is happening today as you're watching us live on AfterBuzz TV's YouTube page and AfterBuzzTV.com. Of course, you can also watch it on iTunes and SoundCloud. You give those 5 stars, you subscribe, you tell friends, you do all that wonderful stuff while you listen to us talk about SmackDown. What's up, everybody? I am Christian Rosenberg. Follow me on Twitter at RealRosenberg or Instagram at TheRealRosenberg. Join me this week, of course, I have the lovely, she was off a couple weeks, but she's back now, Miss Aquarius. It's Miss Kaori Takee.
Hey, I am so happy to be back talking wrestling. It's been a while, and I'm ready to get back in there.
Yes, and next to you, this gentleman we haven't seen in a while. He was on Main Event AfterBuzz. You can follow him at Curtain Jerks, and you're going to see him a lot more often here on SmackDown AfterBuzz. Folks, Scott Narver's here.
Give him a welcome.
Hey!
Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the crew.
I'm officially part of the crew now?
Yes.
Oh, it's very exciting. I'm glad to
That
be
we
here.
have very weak hazing. That's all it was. Just showing up.
Well, that did mess with my lung capacity, so you took all the air away immediately by clapping like that.
That was part of it.
I'm out of breath.
You were busy while you were actually filming a movie.
I did.
You were like doing all big time stuff.
Well, it'd be nice if it turns big time, but yeah, we did a movie that a co-host of mine on Curtain Jerks, Steve Sears, co-wrote with someone else, a guy named Bill Watterson who directed it. And the reason that any of that would be at all interesting is because John Morrison is in it.
He is also in it.
He is also in it, yes.
But people would want to see it to see you, not necessarily him.
Sure.
Right?
Well, his abs are a little less defined.
Fair.
But I don't show him in the movie. I wear one piece, and that guy, every movie he does, as far as I know, it's a contract clause of like must have shirt off, which he got in this movie as well. So if you like that sort of thing, you'll see it in about a year's time, hopefully.
Yeah. Now all the post edit. That's one thing that people don't realize that might not live out in L.A. Hey, they finished filming a movie. Filming a movie, yeah, you got to wait about a year.
It takes a while to do all the editing.
Do all the editing.
But you can see a bunch of images. You can go on Instagram. The movie's called Dave Made a Maze. You look for it on Instagram, or you look on Facebook or Twitter, and Dave Made a Tweet and Dave Made a Page are all there. But it's called Dave Made a Maze, and you can check it out.
I have a friend named Dave Mays, and it confused me every time you guys tweeted out Dave Made a Maze. I'm like, is it Dave Mays or Dave Made a Maze? Okay, anyway.
He should have got in on this.
Side note.
He could probably sue.
I was going to say, I hope you guys trademark that name.
It's not my money. It's not my money.
Well, let's get into this week's SmackDown. Hello from Houston, Texas. It starts with our WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, in the ring. Again, conspicuous by its absence, the WWE World Heavyweight title, because Dean Ambrose stole it. Dean Ambrose doesn't win titles. He just steals them. He stole the Intercontinental title. He stole the Money in the Bank. He's now stolen the WWE title. He's just a robber.
Lunatic thief.
But they look good on him.
You like him wearing jewelry?
I mean, yeah, sure. But I mean,
With the bling.
I like him being crazy and just stealing it. Just part of his whole thing. It works out. You know?
No, it gives emphasis and really catapulted Ambrose into a main event player. And interesting, Seth Rollins comes out at the beginning, no authority, no J&J, nobody. And he's in the ring, dark spotlight, and he has a chair, and he's sitting down. And he's like, a year ago, I took a chair like this one and single-handedly dismantled the Shield. Can't believe it's already been a year since that's happened. And he finally kind of admitted, quote-unquote, as to why he broke it up. Because he said from day one he was coming here to be the absolute best. Not one of the best, but the best. And he was tired of sharing the spotlight with two people who were beneath him.
Strong words.
And we probably would have disagreed a year ago, right? He wasn't the strongest Shield member to us.
That was the one guy last year that were just like, he's the one turning?
Right.
Yeah.
But I think he's done all right with
Really
it.
Oh,
shocking.
he's done so well.
Him?
Yeah.
Which was a
Right.
great shock, and
Yeah.
they ran with it, and he's done an exceptional job for it.
He has.
Yeah. Well, all of them have been doing good.
Yes.
I'm questioning the Roman Reigns part, but I think Roman Reigns is doing good. Okay. He's
Who's the cutest?
Oh, come on.
Rank him. Who's the
King,
cute?
King Narver.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We forgot. You are King Narver because you won the.
You like how I switched that?
Because you won our King of the Ring predictions. So you don't just have the title for just a few weeks.
No.
You're the king until there's another King of the Ring.
Which, with my luck, it'll
It's
be
like another 4
7
years?
Yeah.
But how much does that mean considering what they're doing to my poor baby Barrett?
Well, I'm still king, so he's losing all the time.
Narver
I'm
has
doing
already
right.
had more success since being king than King Barrett.
This is true.
I went toe-to-toe in the cinnamon world with John Morrison.
This is very
But
true.
who won? Who's to say? If you check out the movie, you might find out.
And one more thing with the predictions title, who now Chrissy, our new lady on our pay-per-view panel.
She's on the
is-
Total Divas panel with me as
Yes,
well.
with Total Divas. She is our current champion, and I think this was the very first time, well, the first time that I remember, I successfully did not pick a single match correctly.
I think I was as bad as you.
I mean,
It's
like,
pretty
I was
depressing.
like King Barrett bad
But-
in this.
But the difference...
Keep the streak alive.
I know, right?
There's a difference between me losing and you losing. Me losing is I went with my heart, and the WWE doesn't like that. You losing is you went with a lot of thought into it.
I didn't even really think I did this time.
Corey, I don't think you go with your heart. I think you go with that little thing that girls make in grade school where it's got the paper and then you fold it in and out like 1, 2, 3, 4.
You mean that fortune thing?
Yeah, the fortune thing about
That
who
thing
you're
is
going to
awesome.
marry. Yeah, I think that's how you do your predictions.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It worked plenty of times.
And I want to apologize to Linda in the chat. Apparently her OCD is going crazy because our seats are flipped, how like most shows in this studio are.
Oh, then turn your laptop so it's facing a mirror.
There you go. Problem solved.
Smart.
Ambrose,
That's why you're king.
Ambrose eventually popped up on the Tron, backstage around ladders, holding the title, and just equally passionate promo from his angle as opposed to Rollins, talking about how he spent the last year clawing his way to the top with eyes in the back of his head because the authority kept coming at him, and everyone saw him pin him right in the middle of the ring this past Sunday, and he is the unofficial WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and at Money in the Bank, he's going to grab that title off the ladder. He's walking in and walking out with it.
A little confusing. A little bit.
I was confused about it.
Yeah.
It was just confusing that everything that happened at the pay-per-view, and then things got switched around at Raw, and now this is happening. But it's not a bad thing. I just got a little confused. I get confused easily.
Okay.
It's just Ambrose is not officially the champion, but he's walking around with the
Yeah.
title, and he
Feels
actually beat
justified.
Seth Rollins. Like, he pinned him in the ring, so it seems like he should be the champion, but he's not.
That's why it's confusing for me.
Yeah, I get you.
You know? I mean, I'm used to seeing, whoever is the champion has the belt as well.
But
Right.
but you know what is really easy?
What?
And it's not confusing? Going over to the Podcast One to fill out a survey.
That's
Corey,
right.
tell us about it.
Well, let me tell you guys a little bit about this. We want to thank you so much for always tuning in to AfterBuzz TV, but we want to improve and get better. So we want your suggestions. So go over to podcastone.com. It only takes about 3 minutes to fill out the survey. You can tell us what you like, what you want some improvements in. And yeah, it's really that simple. Podcastone.com. Go ahead and review, drop over some comments, 3 minutes for that survey. We really, really appreciate it because we just want to get better and better.
Yeah, let your voice be heard.
And if you can possibly think of a way to make this SmackDown AfterBuzz better, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much as flawless as it can get.
think it
already just got a whole lot
better.
Oh, what's
All-
your crown,
All
Buster?
hail King Narver.
It's being made right now.
That's fair.
It's being
Look, I-
sculpted to my skull.
It is
So
a
no one
fairly
else can
large
wear it?
skull, so he has to go to like one of those like big and tall stores for crowns.
Yep.
He's tall, but not big.
No, well, I just said he's tall, but it's a store called Big and Tall.
I know, I'm just saying.
They
Why you
cater to
gotta- why you
both.
gotta-
I
trying
don't
to take
ever
you down,
have to
Faith.
shop
They-
at that store. I'm just letting you know.
They cater to people as tall as Scott and
Scort?
as Scort.
Either one.
As tall as Scott
I have a
and as
long-lost cousin
and
named
as big
Scort.
as me. So it's fine.
And someone of my stature never has to step in there.
Yeah, because you wear tiaras anyway, so.
That's true. Yeah.
Her and her dog, they share tiaras.
My doggy. Yes.
Triple threat tag team match for the #1 contender to face New Day at Money in the Bank.
New day.
New Day. Primetime Players versus the Ascension versus Lucha Dragons. I thought at the Elimination Chamber, both Primetime Players and the Ascension, I thought were easily the two best teams in that match. Well, as far as the ones that impressed me the most.
Okay.
Obviously, New Day did great. Cesaro and Kid did great. And it's interesting because there's the talk going around that Tyson Kidd is now injured. So it's a matter of what's going to happen with that.
Who's saying this?
Many reports are saying that there was a dark match at Raw that Tyson Kidd was involved in. I believe it was Samoa Joe. And I guess Tyson Kidd suffers some type of back injury.
Samoa Joe's already breaking people's backs?
Yep. That's what
exciting.
He does.
That's
someone in the
exciting.
chat roll, please correct me
asking.
on that if I'm wrong, because that's what many people were sending me over the last couple days.
Or confirm it if you're right.
Or confirm it. Yeah, I would much rather be confirmed than corrected. Fun triple threat tag match. In the last 2 weeks, they have made Titus O'Neil look like the biggest monster because he's just running through everyone. And all I say is, it's about freaking time.
Yeah, that was great.
He destroyed 4 guys.
With a flurry. He had all this energy. He had all this momentum. Like, it looked like it needed to happen and that he was finally comfortable in that role.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Royal Rumble, like, showing up and then getting knocked right out. This is what this guy's been wanting to do, and it was cool. It was really cool to see Titus O'Neil do something like that finally.
Yeah, he literally destroyed 4 guys at once. And like someone like, for example, I just saw Jest Munsta in the chat roll concerned about the Lucha Dragons already starting to fade, even though they just came in. I wouldn't say that yet.
Nah.
It's just a matter of right now, the rare occasion, we were talking about this last week, that this tag team division is so deep at the moment in the WWE that you can't have all these teams be up in the forefront at once.
Yeah.
So, guys need to take their turns. Lucha Dragons will get their turn probably after Primetime Players. So, be patient.
You got to showcase. You got to highlight. You got to move them out. You got to put others in. And you got to want Lucha Dragons to get in that spot. You got to want the chase.
Yes.
So if you want Lucha Dragons to win, chant. Go there. Scream your head off.
I mean, the tag team division did have this momentum a year ago. I forget now who was in
It was, but then
it's totally
broke
different.
then they broke teams up.
It was completely different, yeah.
Except Los Matadores sticks through
Los
it all.
Matadors is still there.
Yeah, they're still there. I mean,
and in the background.
sometimes that's what works.
Sure.
Stay in the background.
Someone's got to be at the very bottom.
You get the paycheck and you just hang out,
It'd be nice if something did happen with them. I mean, they had the chamber.
And I've had a
so-
couple people in chat roll saying that I was correct about Tyson Kidd.
Oh.
So-
Well, say hi to your family for me.
Yeah.
Well, someone mentioned that I love tight-ass O'Neil. Well, that's true.
He's in your man box.
Yeah, he is. That man box still exists.
It does. We got Barrett, Cesaro, Titus, and wasn't Roman in it?
Roman? Oh, yeah.
You refer to it as a man box?
Yeah.
Oh, she has a man box. Her box of her men that she's in love with.
Look,
That needs to be a tangible thing that you bring in here week to
oh,
week.
yeah. Next
with
week.
different action figures that she pulls them
my
out.
I have 2 Cesaro action figures.
Cesaro can't be in the man box twice. You
He's-
can't have a threesome
He's
with
the first
Cesaro
one,
and Cesaro.
so he's an honorary.
Only the different looks can be in there twice. Like if you have the one where...
I have one where he
With
was
his
still
stubble head.
the U.S. champion.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that was
So
eons ago.
that belt is with him.
Yeah, there needs to be a tangible man box that you bring in here.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in.
And then
Alright.
if ever there's a time where it's like, this week, this guy's out, and this one's in. And you
is
put
gonna
in...
happen.
This could be a whole new segment for you
Oh,
every
it'd be
week.
amazing. People will hate it or love it.
Yeah. Pump handle slam onto, I believe, Victor. Titus gets the win for the Primetime Players. They are the new #1 contenders. PTP getting a tag title
Yay!
shot.
Yeah.
I'm totally happy with that.
I am stoked.
Yeah.
Immediately as this match ends, Renee is backstage with New Day asking him about Primetime Players.
New day.
They're doing their typical preaching about the positivity and all that. Kane comes out and mentions to Kofi, who is in the Money in the Bank ladder match, you're going to be competing later tonight against Neville. And Kofi is upset because, like, I haven't gotten to watch his moves on tape. I haven't stretched. I just ate. I don't think he said that part, but you get the gist of it.
Sure, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't
Even
ready.
though he was in his gear, he was not ready.
Well, yeah, he was conveying a message. He was very positive, but yeah, he's not ready yet. You need more time. Champion needs more time than everybody else.
Even though he's 1/3 of the tag team champions.
Sure, you just need 1/3 more time to prepare than everybody else.
All right. I'll let that go. Then we get their Sonic ad that they started on Raw, and they did it again today.
Not before pizza.
Not before pizza.
There was a pizza ad.
What pizza ad was
There
there?
was a pizza commercial, not related to SmackDown, but pizza is amazing right now.
I'm like, was there a wrestler in a pizza commercial that I missed?
That would be amazing.
No, it was just a pizza commercial that was on TV.
A wrestling action figure with pizza.
We should just start recapping every commercial too. Why not?
If it has pizza, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, Sonic's got to deal with WWE right now, and they're doing auditions for their different like shake flavors.
They got so many shakes.
So many.
They have really good shakes.
Big
though.
Show drank a lot of them apparently.
I like it when they do this stuff because it looks like they at least get to have fun doing these.
Yeah.
Like Big Show goofing around with a bunch of empty shakes in front of him. He's goofing around. He's having a good time.
Yeah.
I guess the only time that I'm not a fan of it is when they put people on it that you never normally see on TV. But it's like, oh, we got something for you. Mm-hmm. Here's a comedic thing with a shake, but we're not going to actually let you in the ring compete or anything like that.
Right.
Like on Raw, they had Axel and Sandow as Mandow and Hogan, or Axelmania, whatever he wants to call himself now. They were doing that, the Sonic thing, instead of actually wrestling. I don't like that.
You don't like that because you want to see them do both.
Yes,
I see.
I see. If they're getting the, quote unquote the money to be a part of this promotion, well, they should be earning that money from being on television.
Well, to be
and
fair,
competing.
Sonic may think it's Macho Man and Hulk Hogan that they're getting, and then
That's
they realize,
true.
like,
Yeah.
oh no,
That
no
is
good.
true.
Not what we wanted.
They walked in and were like, "Wait a minute."
Cheap impressions.
And AJ is kind of confused that Corey just wants to talk about pizza.
No, I just wanted to mention it in passing. But now we're moved on to Big Show and Sonic, and that's awesome too.
And then we get to our new Intercontinental Champion, Ryback, taking on Stardust. This was, of all the matches that I got wrong, which was every match on Sunday, this was the one I was most annoyed about. Because I said on here that I'm rooting for Ryback to win. But realistically, Sheamus is going to win. And then Ryback freaking won. I'm like, that was one of the ones where I actually went, if I went with my heart,
Yeah.
I would have at least got one right.
Well, that was a shocker for everybody anyway.
Yeah. I don't think anyone actually in our predictions predicted Ryback to win.
Probably not.
No. But he is our Intercontinental Champion, and he dismantled Stardust, who maybe is feuding with the guy from Arrow, who Corey is a
Stephen
big,
Amell.
huge fan about.
Well, I watched the CW's Arrow, and rumor has it, and I think I don't know. Well, I'll just say rumor has it that Stephen Amell is going to have a match with Stardust at SummerSlam, and that's really exciting stuff. Amel's been a huge fan of wrestling for a really, really long time.
He does parkour.
He's done
Guy's in shape.
Yeah.
He's no fake in Hollywood.
He's jacked, and but also he's been like kind of elusively wanting to be a guest host on Raw, but I think this is an even better move for him if this happens.
My only thing is, if it happens, cool. I'm all for it. Great cross promotion. You got to let Stardust start winning some matches.
Yeah. But,
You got to make him seem like an intimidating opponent.
so are you predicting that if this match happens that Amell is going to win?
Oh, God. I have no idea.
Because that's like kind of what I was imagining you were saying.
I don't know, honestly. I have to see what Stardust is doing once it gets closer to that.
Yeah.
If it's right, like if it was today, yeah, I'd pick Amell to win.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, Ryback won with a shell shock, and no shock there, no pun intended.
That pun was clearly
laughed.
intended.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay. Renee is at the top of the stage, introduces Paige, who comes out, because we have a recap, because on Raw, apparently, remember how we were talking for a few weeks, how apparently the Bellas somehow are faces and no explanation? Well, apparently they're back to heels again, and no explanation.
Don't get me started on what's going on with the Divas division.
I'm getting you
It's
started
just-
right now. Talk about
it
it.
riles
Do
me
it.
up because it makes me so sad. We have Nikki, who's been the Divas champ for
192 days, according to the chat roll.
She is so close to catching up to AJ's.
AJ was like
reign.
290.
But
she's still like 100 days away from that.
I can see her getting it, and that's tragic. Sorry to say. She's not my favorite diva. And then they do this twin magic thing when they blatantly look completely different.
But Brie had blonde highlights this time.
And she had tissue in her boobs, but still, come on. And
I didn't even notice that.
Well, she had it was like pushed up. So
was it? Oh, I didn't even know. Honest to God, I didn't even notice it.
Brie has like Skittle tits compared to Nikki, right?
All right. Hashtag Skittle tits.
And it just upset me that what they're doing with the Divas division when they have great wrestlers. I know Nikki's much improved, but for her to have it for so long, for her to retain this championship when we have Naomi and we have Natty and we have Paige, and it just becomes all too predictable that Nikki's going to continuously win this and retain. It just bothers me.
And that's pretty much like exactly what Paige talked about in this promo, how the two of them have been pulling this stuff off for years, and she's sick of it. While they're holding divas like Paige, she even brings up Naomi, who she's now kind of feuding with. She mentioned Summer Rae. I think she brought up Emma, holding us back. And she's like, the Bella's life is all about the red carpets and glitz and glamour. Her life is about what happens in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And, she's brought up on, if you don't like the world you live in, you have the power to change it. So she's saying she's going to change it. We'll see how.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I have a feeling that the only way that they're going to get that belt off of her is to have an NXT diva come up and then have her take it. I think that's something that they're going to be doing.
And I'm not against that whatsoever because Charlotte is more than due to get up.
Sasha Banks?
She's currently the NXT... Well, I would use the argument she's currently the NXT Women's Champion, but we're seeing Kevin Owens, so can't really use that argument anymore. So, yeah, obviously either one of them is more than... Same with Bayley.
Yeah, Bayley. Well, what do you think of the Divas division?
I think it is muddled. I think it is confusing. When it was going strong for so long, and now it just feels like these weird retreads and not defined characters for everybody.
Bothers me.
Like Naomi was really forced when she was a good guy, and then it's like, no, she's bad now. Yeah. Why?
But I liked her being bad.
Well, yeah, but it felt so forced, and then you're going, well, what about her and the Usos? Well, no, don't worry about that.
While Jay's recovering from his injury, we'll forget that they have a relationship together.
Yeah, it's if you're gonna do it,
and
go
I mean
all
Jimmy,
the way.
that he's not on TV for people that were about to correct me thinking Jay.
Go all the way. Like explain all of that. Do all that. Have the Bellas turn again. Fine. Explain all of it. We have the TV time. There's a 24-hour network. Like explain it all.
There's 5 hours of cable television a week. Mm-hmm. Then you have your network where you can, and WWE.com and all this stuff.
Show us these recaps if it doesn't make the main show. Like put it somewhere. Like give us all that story. We're investing. Mm-hmm. So that's what I don't like is when they don't give it the time. Yeah. Because it deserves the time.
And this whole Naomi heel turn, it was all for nothing at this point. She's lost like 4 title matches now. Mm-hmm. So it was like, what was the point of turning her and trying to give her a push if you're not going to let her win?
Apparently, Eva Marie is feuding with Bayley.
Eva Marie just made her first appearance on NXT.
I just wanted to say.
On this week's episode, which aired last night, which obviously you can hear the NXT crew talk about in the NXT AfterBuzz. But yeah, the crowd is not happy with her.
Well,
Give her a chance again.
And we'll see. She's been training out here for months with Brian Kendrick out in LA.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty damn good trainer to have. So I want to keep, as much as I've not been a fan of her, I want to keep an open mind because she has been. I've seen video clips of her training with Kendrick. I'm keeping an open mind. Wait till I see her in the ring, see what improvements have happened. Then I can bash if needed.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't have to.
Okay.
So I'm being good. I want to see it.
I mean, for me, I think
I want to see the new day of Eva Marie.
I think the main purpose of her is not necessarily wrestling, but being a total diva.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
She'd make a great valet.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Well, for a while she kind of struggled walking a little bit too, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm harsh, okay. I mean, you got to be able to walk down that ramp correctly without. She looked nervous. She's getting into it, but I love Eva. Don't get me wrong.
Hashtag give Eva a chance in the chat room.
Oh.
All right. Question mark.
I don't know if that's sarcasm or legit.
Yeah, there's a hashtag give Eva a chance, question mark.
Then one without one. So it's just like, what are you guys thinking? We get a promo from Harper and Rowan. I was expecting them to come out and just dismantle some team tonight, but we just got this promo pretty much. You rejected us because we don't look or act like you. It's time to pay your sins.
Look out, Byron Saxton. I'm just guessing. Going for a shot in the dark here.
I was thinking Mandel and Axelmania.
Either way, somebody's going to get
Mega Powers versus Harper and Rowan.
All right.
When worlds collide.
I love Harper and Rowan. I'm
love
so
them
happy
so
they're
much.
back together.
Because you kind of look like them with your beard when you're longer. You guys go back to his shows.
Jeez.
This guy looks
reaching.
I am not reaching.
He has the paleness of Rowan and a beard like Harper.
Go back to an AfterBuzz WWE main event show. Not even on a Halloween one, and he.
Not even on a Halloween one.
Wow.
This is
Can't
before.
believe my future ex-wife's talking to me that way.
Okay, let's move on.
Kevin Owens. We heard his music at the beginning of our show because he is doing an NXT title open challenge on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. What I do find ironic because a couple weeks on NXT, he mentioned that he doesn't have to do these open challenges because he's not questioning like his manhood. Like he was doing a shot at Cena.
Practice.
And then here he goes on SmackDown doing open challenge. And he's answered by Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
That's it.
No,
There we
here's
go.
what I find amazing about this is if it was any other person other than Kevin Owens, I think people would hate it. I think people would be outraged. It's like, why is the NXT guy going on SmackDown doing an open challenge?
You have a
But
point.
since it's Owens, they love it. And it's the reverse. If like Cena were to show up in NXT, they'd hate it.
Oh my God, they would hate
It'd
every
be the
second
worst thing
of it.
ever. But since he's the coolest guy right now, it's totally fine.
He is easily the hottest thing in wrestling at the moment. He's literally been like feuding with like 4 guys at once right now.
Mm-hmm. And winning.
And winning them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now he has to defend his NXT title. It was announced because July 4th, a huge WWE Network event in Japan. Live on the network.
Whoa.
Brock Lesnar will be there. Wrestling Kofi. Because Kofi's going to die.
What? Why?
Because it's just them feeding
That's
someone
odd.
to Lesnar, just his return.
To see how high he can
I
throw him
almost
in the air?
To see how many German suplexes he can give to Kofi in a minute.
I'm curious to see that match.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, if they give
Japan.
that time, that would be interesting. I'm just confused.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not someone we've already seen.
Right.
I've not seen that match.
No, and Cena's going to be there. Ziggler's going to be there. A few others, and then also Kevin Owens will be defending the NXT title against the #1 contender Finn Balor live in Japan.
What about Video Atari? Is he going to be there?
Well, I think Hideo might. Why did I know that that's who you meant? Hideo, I believe, will be making an appearance.
Racist.
Yeah, I can't believe you knew that.
Yeah,
Racist.
I'm a terrible human being, guys. I'm sorry.
You have a Japanese person on the panel. I'm very upset right now.
God, there's so many things I could say, but I want to keep this
You're
job.
racist. You thought I looked like 2 white guys.
You're blaming 2 white guys on this. But Hideo's injured. He's
That's
still
the
out.
dirtier
He's going to be
one.
out for several months with his shoulder surgery.
Is he injured?
Oh yeah, he. Everyone's hurt their
Yeah,
shoulders.
everyone's hurt.
Hideo's got
Yeah,
shoulder surgery.
straight my shoulder
Sami
into
Zayn
the-
just had shoulder
It's still not
surgery.
Hideo.
Zayn's out till October with his shoulder surgery.
Wow.
Goldust is recovering from shoulder surgery
No wonder Kevin
Alex-
Owens is fighting everybody.
Yeah.
because he's hurting everyone. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so it's going to be a really cool event in Japan, and it's going to be live on the network also
That's super cool.
on the 4th of July.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right, take that, hot dogs and fireworks.
we got our own fireworks on the WWE network.
Silence.
Credits.
All right. I was doing a little pose there.
So in hopes that someone screenshots that.
Oh, you know someone is.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're going to make fun of me. Kevin Owens beat Zack Ryder in about a minute. And pop-up powerbomb for the win. That was pretty much it. Sheamus promo backstage. Just kind of talking about Money in the Bank and his match. Nothing real exciting with that promo. Neville versus Kofi. I really enjoyed this match and wished it was like 10 minutes longer.
Mm-hmm. A preview of what's to come, hopefully someday.
Yes.
Where they get more time.
Flyers.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Thank you for adding the Z at the end of that.
You know.
But
no, it's a lot of S's, is what it was.
Oh. Because when I hear a Z, I think that'd be a Z.
Yeah.
Oh.
You combine all those S's into one
I'm
Z.
traumatized by the
One
Z.
giant Z.
Because as children, Asians would be like, AZN, we're ACN.
So, I really like the fact that, like you're saying, high flyers, but they still told a great story. It wasn't just high spot, high spot, high spot, high spot. They had, obviously, their big moments, but it was still an entertaining match. And watching, the story was, how can Neville dodge everyone in New Day?
Yeah.
Over and over and over. He got hit a couple times, but eventually dodged them enough, countered a roll-up into a real sweet counter, and Neville gets the win. I call this an upset because it's 1/3 of the tag team champions, and the other 2/3 were constantly trying to get him.
Well, it's an outrage. He didn't have enough time to prepare, really. I mean...
It's true. He had a third less time.
Yeah, and he's a champion, so
Yeah.
he deserves that.
Yeah.
So, I think it was a crock.
This king is outraged about this.
I am perturbed.
Oh.
Yeah.
perturbed.
Big word.
Yeah. Triple word score.
Miz TV, back on SmackDown. Scott had a few words about Miz's wardrobe.
He's dressing in attire that my once alive grandmother would wear.
There wasn't quite an explanation for that attire.
No,
It was
that's
really
super
strange.
weird. He's dressing like it's so cold inside and he wants to have dinner.
They blast the air conditioning in those arenas. You've been in them.
I have, but it was so weird.
Unless
It's
you're
like
under the lights.
Ms. TV should have a candy dish out with ginger snaps in there.
Some Werther's originals in there.
Yeah.
Some butterscotches.
Way too white for me.
All right. Well, what's the candy?
We have like
What do
osembe,
old
Japanese
Asian
rice
grandmothers
crack-
have?
We got
Yeah.
Japanese rice crackers.
Oh,
we got osembe.
okay.
We got persimmon. We got fruit. You know.
Sure.
Mikan.
You're
These
just
are all
much
good.
you're just much healthier. We just eat butterscotch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
we just eat petrified gum. Yeah, Mrs. dressing like my grandmother now. I don't get it. It's not hip and cool. It's old and strange.
It just comes off as I really don't care right now. I'm just gonna be doing this.
It sounds like he misses his Sandow.
Well, before I get into that, I want to know why Justin James is saying how it's cool how I almost look like a normal person tonight.
Wow.
That's
You wear the same shirt
He
every
looks
week.
the
How's
same
that the
to
case?
me.
I wear stunning rose fashion every week on this show.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
It's pretty much the same outfit that you rotate.
I got 9 shirts,
Exactly.
buddy.
You got nice shirts.
I got 9 now.
I've seen like 2 of them.
Well, I specifically
Yeah.
only wear the certain ones
Look,
when you're
I'm
around.
with him on a panel quite often, and I've only seen 2 of them as well.
Well,
That
the,
is not true. You just don't notice the difference.
the other ones are baby making shirts.
There's a couple I might only wear on special occasions, but I legitimately have 9 of them now. I counted.
Look out, ladies.
You take a picture of all 9 and put that on your IG.
You know what? I will.
Do it.
I have a few that are going to the dry cleaner, but once I get them back, I will take an Instagram and would just be like, which one to wear tonight?
Yeah, people can vote.
A, B,
There
C,
you
D,
go.
E, F, G.
on the Christian Rosenberg app,
Dress Rosie.
dressrosie.org.
People should send you rose themed shirts to wear on the show.
I'm all for that because those shirts are expensive. If you want to mail me shirts, by all means.
Go to your local thrift store,
Yep.
find any rose shirts that you find.
Or as our fans say, Famous Dave shirts.
Famous Dave shirts.
Famous Dave.
Famous Dave apparently is.
Oh, the
a-
barbecue place?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with it?
Our fans say that he looks like he's wearing Famous Dave shirts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
But
pretty good.
but thank you to Vegeta 3639. Vegeta.
Dragon Ball, fool.
I'm sorry. Well, she said Guns N' Roses equals sexy Rosenberg. So thank you. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, Vegeta, but thank you.
Okay.
I'm going completely under the radar.
I don't
on all
know
these
what's
comments.
happening here, but
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So Miz TV in whatever the hell he's wearing now. He has Lana as his guest. Lana mentions how Rusev did not respect her, so he doesn't deserve her. So Miz, in pure Jerry Springer fashion, well, let's bring out my surprise guest, Rusev.
Bulgarian Rusev.
The Bulgarian Rusev.
Full tracksuit.
Full tracksuit with the Bulgarian flag on it. Crutching his way down because he has like a fractured ankle now, or a fractured foot.
Thanks, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, let's blame Owens for that one, too. Rusev, in a matter of like 2 weeks, lost his girl. Well, he lost the U.S. title a while ago, but he couldn't get it back. Lost the entire country of Russia backing him.
Yeah.
And apparently lost his medal because he's not going around with that star medal anymore.
Yeah.
He lost everything.
Lost his Putin stills.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all those that they would put up on the Titantron, those are gone.
Clearly, he lost his shoes and wrestling boots a long time ago because that's how he hurt his foot, because he wrestles freaking barefoot.
Well, he's at rock bottom, and that's where the WWE fans like him. Well, at least I do, because I suddenly really think he's got something interesting going for him.
Well, we'll see, because he's talking about how he's a broken man, wants a second chance, because America's all about second chances. Lana, take me back. She says no. And then Rusev, in a very angry fashion, yells, "You stupid woman cow!"
I love it. And I'm a woman.
You stupid woman cow.
This is the best thing Rusev's ever done.
I know. I was like,
Watch this segment, everybody.
I now like you.
I feel like if I ever get upset at Kaori on the show, I should yell at her and call her a stupid woman cow.
If I can call you...
Because then she'll smile at it.
Can I call you stupid woman cow, too?
Yeah, it seems fair to call everybody
that's
stupid
fair.
woman
Okay.
cow.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Cool.
Equality, everybody.
Equality.
And Lana then gets rescued by Ziggler, who just casually walks down wearing a Cesaro Tyson Kidd t-shirt
Love it.
and escorts Lana out of the ring while Rusev is standing there yelling. Main event time, Roman Reigns versus Sheamus. Your typical hard-hitting match that you would expect from these two. Roman Reigns getting ready to prepare for the Superman punch. All of a sudden, Kane's music hits. Out comes Kane and J&J Security because apparently they're friends now.
Sure.
Why not? And they distract Reigns for a minute, but then Sheamus does his Celtic Cross backbreaker, kicks out by Reigns, counter. Reigns eventually hits Superman punch, and then Kane decides to disrupt that party. Comes in, chokeslams Reigns, DQ is wrong, and then Kane chokeslams Sheamus. We're just like, huh? And J&J Security are looking at him and be like, huh? And then Kane grabs the mic, and we're just like, huh?
Huh?
And Kane's in the Money in the Bank match. He
Yes,
appointed himself.
Stupid woman cows.
You stupid woman cows. Kane is the 7th man in Money in the Bank.
Boo.
Does he have any chance of winning?
Yes.
Really?
Well, I mean, if Ryback won, there's a chance.
It's got a 1 1/8 chance.
You got a 1 in 8 chance, even though there's 7 people in it right now.
Yeah, but there's going to be 8.
And if you
Well,
predict...
they originally said 8, but then Kane just said he's the final entrant, so who knows what they're deciding.
Because he doesn't want anybody else in, so he has better odds.
All right.
And if you don't predict him, then he has better odds as well.
That's true.
Hmm.
That's true. So I should just, like, abstain so everyone has an equal shot at winning.
Just submit your predictions and just say stupid
You don't
woman
understand.
cow.
I got the same amount of predictions right as Hobo, and Hobo did not submit picks.
Well, there you go.
That's something to be proud of, you know?
Yeah, keep the streak alive. Get them all wrong.
We should
all the
Hey,
time.
you know what? Who normally wins Money in the Bank matches? Guys who are on a terrible losing streak, and it revitalizes their career.
Kane.
Yes.
We need like a black belt for like Biggest Loser.
We can check. We can ask probably like our Biggest
you-
Loser AfterBuzz panel for that one too.
So you'll know what it's like to hold a belt.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Because we're going to talk about that because next week we got Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and then we're going to be predicting again next week
Oh, so fast.
for Money in the Bank. But that's for next week. In the meantime, you can chat with us on our YouTube page and, of course, talk with us on the various forms of social media. Your Highness, King Narver, how can people reach out to you?
They can reach out to me. They can hit me up on Twitter at Curtain Jerks, and you can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on SoundCloud and iTunes. And again, if you want to check out that movie, Dave Made a Maze, you can get all the behind the scenes pictures and all that good stuff now by looking Dave Made a Maze up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
All right.
Kaori.
So I don't know how to follow up on that, but just simply find me at KAORIOUS on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and all that good stuff.
And you can follow me as I raise the volume of the voice again. On Twitter at RealRosenberg, Instagram at TheRealRosenberg, And I got a bunch of improv shows coming up over in Hollywood, as well as June 20th, Baldwin Park. Insane Wrestling League presents our annual Sicko Circus. It's our Royal Rumble style event. It will be live on iPay-per-view as well. Go to theiwl.com for details. I'll be calling to action for that. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. For Kaori Takee and King Scott Narver, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Buzz you later. Stupid woman cow.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.